to Exmoor Xander's video. This is his first ever recognised horse trials. Xander is a horse we bred, so it's always very exciting for Richard and I when a horse that we saw born makes his eventing debut. This guy is by Brief Encounter, who is by Jumbo, and the mare is a very nice mare that we imported from the UK, Irish bred mare. I'm a Star bloodline, so that's where the blood comes from, and proper sort of old school, old fashioned kind of eventing breeding. Xander had done plenty of hunting in New York before we brought him down. You may remember seeing a picture of William Fox Pitt actually hunting Xander out with the Genesee Valley, which was a pretty cool experience. He just clipped around the cross country. He doesn't look like he's going anywhere, but he was actually one of the fastest round. He just has like a gigantic step, and I don't think the time in the future, even though he's probably not the quickest, is going to be a problem just because of the range in his step. Xander's going through a bit of a teenage stage in his mouth at the moment. We just had his teeth done and we do all the normal things, but he's got a little bit cocky, thinks he knows way more than he does. So every time I go to balance him or just even give him a little check, he's like, I've got this. He actually does a pretty good job, even though he doesn't know what he's doing. But the little bit of tension in the contact is just him being a bit arrogant, to be honest. But we'll soon get rid of that, and as he gets more established, I'll be able to leave him alone a little bit. You see there, he just steps down the stick stride line in 5. I mean, he's just got a massive stride. You know, things walk how they walk, and you ride them how you need to ride them, and I think this horse is just so big and rangy, and I was having, he was being so resistant, I just actually couldn't see the 6, so I let the 5 happen, and it was very, very easy, and I had no resistance from him. So that's something to note for the future that I might be doing a bit more of again here. He just needed to wait, and he wasn't really into that. This was a bit of a disappointing rail here. I think I had rode the best turn I did in all of my horses, and he just didn't really follow through behind. Just clipped that one, but that was a very, very baby mistake. I don't think he'll make too many more of those, and I was fairly pleased with them. This is Xander's first ever time in a dressage ring. He's got a great temperament, so I wasn't worried about him blowing up or being, hot. He's just so big, and it's a very small space, but he kept his balance well, and he's got so much power, and because of his size, I can't actually go for too much yet because he just gets so unbalanced. So this is a pretty tame kind of trot, and he has got a truly wonderful trot, but I'm just kind of like going through the motions and making sure that he stays relaxed, and I'm conscious of the fact that he's a little fragile in the contact, and I'm just sort of riding for a 7 really, which is what he got like a 35, which is what I expected. And I think as he progresses and everything becomes more established, I can certainly ride for the 7s and 8s, and he'll creep into the 20s. Xander has naturally a very, very good canter. It's pretty easy to ride and sit. He got a little unbalanced in this very small arena, but basically it's a great canter. The transitions let him down in this test. We need to definitely do some smooth those out a little, but you can see here I can't go for too much because like I said, everything's just still a little fragile and a little green, but the canter will be one of his strongest paces, and he's just coming down his final halt here. He did a really nice job. He's a clever boy.